Well, it looks like we have another episode of Why Don't I Just Do Myself In With a Pocket Knife? Because that would be a lot more fun than watching this show and talking about this show. And I'm really hoping not to be here long today. And I don't think I will, because they haven't really given me a lot to work with. I don't have anything to work with. I'm still confused on what exactly this series has set out to accomplish. Because so far, it's been 4 episodes. Still can't believe we've got 5 left. But, you know, that's just what we're left with. And I just, like, what are you doing? What are we attempting to do? And it's like, it comes back to the show. The showrunners told us this anyway. They said the show was like, basically it was about, well, what happens when you go and do your laundry, apparently. Apparently that's what they said it was about. So I'm not surprised that this is absolute boring sludge. I'm not surprised in the slightest that that's what we've been given. And I'm already at the point where I just want to give up. I just want to give up with this show because it's so fucking boring. It's the most boring thing I've ever seen. It really is. Oh, but yeah, there's not much to talk about other than it's shit. That's about it. But this is, of course, coming off last week's episode where the twerkening occurred. So that was being roasted on Twitter, rightfully so. According to Tatiana Maslany, she said it was the best scene in the entire MCU. Her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. That was the best scene in the MCU. She clearly hasn't seen any of the other movies then, has she? That's obvious. There was, again, people will defend anything, they really will. People were going, well, you didn't complain about Star-Lord. How can you even think She-Hulk twerking and Star-Lord dancing? How can you even compare the two? I don't know why people are making that comparison. One of them's wholesome, the other one's fucking cringe. That's all I'll say on that. But it's quite funny that in this show, they started off by her whining, I got catcalled in the street. Oh no! We started off with that, and then we got to the point where she's shaking her arse on the screen. Funny that. It's very funny. You're sending me mixed messages here. Which is it? Don't catcall, or I don't really know what they're trying to tell me. But whatever. Let's just get into it, because, as I say, I just want to blow through it and be done with it. Because it's fucking boring. But this is Donnie Blaze's show. He's like a magician that knows the mystic arts. Got to click on this. So, you know, he's doing some weird fucking magic show. No one's interested. Kind of looking like I was when I was watching it. But he's, like, yeah, we'll find out more about him. This bimbo comes up on the stage. Quite clearly a bimbo. Talks like a bimbo. It's like, oh my god, you know, all that shit. It's like, just fuck off. I don't want to listen to someone with a voice like that. That drags out their words and shit like that. It's like, just say the fucking word. So, already, I'm a bit annoyed. But his magic show ain't going well, so then he opens a portal. So he's obviously had training at Kamatage. Then we go to Wong, and he's dancing to the opening of The Sopranos. I'll allow it. So he's sitting about to watch that. He's on episode 12 of season 5. Still got to watch that show. I've still got to go back and watch that show. You know, it's obviously better than this, isn't it? I find it funny that they're including a good show inside of their shit show. Very ironic. But then this bimbo has went through the portal. She talks about, I don't know, she ended up in some place with goblins, and then a magical goat sent her here, or something like that. And then she spoils The Sopranos for him. And then he's like, that Donny Blaze is going to pay. So I don't know if you're more worried about your show being spoiled or the fact you have someone using magic, whatever. Then we get She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall. Just give up breaking the fourth wall. It's fucking garbage. It doesn't work in this show. It's like Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds. That works. That's funny. But in this, it just, I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It doesn't, it's just shit. You're not making good use of it. It's like, this is supposed to be a comedy. So it should be funny, but it's not. It's just, explaining what happened last time, or shit like that. Shit where she starts talking about, how are you enjoying Wong showing up? We've got to have Wong in the show, because I can't sell the show on my own. I need a cameo to sell it to people. So she says something like, having Wong in the show is like Twitter armor for a week. I don't think Wong's saving your show. He's already a ruined character anyway. He's already been ruined. He's a dumbass. But these fourth wall breaks, get rid of them. Cut them. They're not funny. They're pointless. Absolutely pointless. It doesn't work in this show. So then her dad shows up with a shovel. And it says, we're beefing up security. And I'm just thinking, are you a dumb prick or something? It's like, you do realise she's fucking She-Hulk. Doesn't need to beef up security. You know, to be honest, people shouldn't even be trying to, like, do anything to her. It's like, she's fucking She-Hulk. But he wants to beef up security, and she says, yeah, I'm She-Hulk and all that shit. Then she goes to the office to set up herself a dating site, because no one wants to date her because she's a boring fucking cow. That's probably why. That's what they wrote her as. That's what they've wrote the character as for some reason. I don't know why. There's no charisma. There is no charisma when you're dealing with Jen Walters. No charisma whatsoever. So it's like, no wonder you have to go on a dating site. So she sets that up. Superhero show. She sets that up. That's done. Then Wong comes through and says, I'm angry about Donny Blaze. He's using magic. He was an ex-student or some shit. But then he left. He's performing our sacred stuff on stage. It's like, no, you make these portals in front of people all the time. So it's not really, there's no secret to it, is there? Everybody knows you do. You show up everywhere and do it. But yeah, he wants it copyrighted or something like that, like the Mystic Arts. Something like that. So he goes to Jennifer, to She-Hulk, the CGI looking like dog shit again. That's really uncomfortable to look at. She even got a CGI suit and everything on. Makes you feel really uncomfortable. So that's when we get the lines, oh, what, you mean the Book of Vishanti? No, Wong. No, you live in the world. You know she means the Book of Law. Or American law. So, you know, there's another joke that doesn't quite work. Doesn't work. And again, it's like, I don't know why they mention things like the Book of Vishanti. I wouldn't mention that. Because that's absolute dog shit. Yeah, you know, there's a reason why Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is garbage, and the Book of Vishanti being part of it, because they decided to introduce something that is a can do anything object, and then they get rid of it straight away. But it's been there; it was there the whole time. It's like I can think of many times where that would have come in useful. Maybe when people got blipped away. No, I forgot about that. They must have forgot about that. So that's pretty much that. Yeah. Then she's out drinking again. Of course she is, because she's a fucking alky. That's what the writers do. That's what the writers do. They sit in bars, drink wine, and bitch about men. That's what they do. Don't lie to me, Jessica Gao. Don't lie to me. That's what you do, innit? So, I don't know, she's getting ready for a case or something. Her fucking annoying friend's there again. And then a toxic man, how dare he come up and offer you a drink? And then her friend says, there's loads of non-gross people out there. It's like you're very picky, aren't you, Jennifer? It's like you might as well take what you got, because you're a cow. Fucking hell, honestly, it's no wonder she can't get a boyfriend. It's like the way she's been written in this show. Done nothing but complain about men. But yeah, he offered a drink, gets called gross. All right. He just says, well, if you change your mind, come up here. We've all seen her. So now her friend's seen her little dating site app, whatever it is. And yeah, she's just put a a work photo on it. So what the, you fucking don't know what you're expecting with that. So her friend just swipes like 500 times. She's like dead against like trying to date a She-Hulk until later on because she's desperate for dick. And then we're at the Miss Donnie Blaze, Wong and that are there trying to like with a cease and desist or something like that. It's like you know, I don't really care to go into detail on it. But it's essentially they're saying no, you can't copyright magic or like real magic or anything like that. Don't know. So yeah, he keeps doing like tricks and stuff, and then we're back to Jennifer out dating. But yeah, she's with this toxic male again, where he's looking at other women. It's like, yeah, that's what men do on dates. Come on. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. Yeah, so he's looking at other women. He's on his phone, bored to fucking death of Jennifer. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Then she just starts talking about, oh, I'm She-Hulk. I can lift sedans and stuff like that. Yeah, he's still not listening to you, Jennifer. You're boring. Get a bit of charisma about yourself. Get a bit of charisma. Then maybe, you might get someone. And then yeah, he doesn't pay for the drinks because that happens, doesn't it? And then yeah, eventually he says, "All right, I'm going now." He walks off on the phone with his friend and says, "Oh, she's like a 6." So instantly he was on the phone with somebody, whatever. So now we're at court already. Already? Why are we already? It's like, yeah, they don't understand how courts operate. It's like you have a like waiting period. You don't just get to show up the next day and do it. Usually you have to set a date. But yeah, I don't know. They're trying to win this case of. I don't know. I don't know really know what the point in all this is. I don't get the point. We get that line from Wong about we're on the edge of the precipice. That means we're on the edge of the edge. Precipice means the edge. And then this bimbo comes back again because she's got to be a witness for, like, because she got sent through with the goblins and stuff like that. So they're just asking her, how did you? She's just pissed all the time. So she's not. Yeah, why you would want her as a witness, don't know. So she sits there, says some bimbo things. Says some more bimbo things. And then eventually the bimbo fucks off. I don't really remember what else happens in this, to be honest. But yeah, I think they... Yeah, Wong and She-Hulk lose the case. So yeah, this goes on for quite a while. Most of it I've kind of just blanked out of memory because if I remember it, I'll drown myself in the bathtub. So yeah, so now Jennifer decides that she's gonna like create a dating profile as She-Hulk, Desperate for the D. So we get that shit CGI we've seen. Terrible CGI. She looks around and says, "Oh, I'm not proud of this." So then she goes on dates with, I don't know, toxic men, I guess. This character, we're going to see more of him, because they've said that the character, because, yeah, I believe his real name is John Bass, like in real life. His character is, apparently he's a wannabe Tony Stark, and apparently he's used as the social commentary on incel culture. So that's what we're getting out of his character. We don't see much of that now. I imagine in later episodes he's going to show up, and what an incel he's going to be. Fucking social commentary on incel culture. You know, what even is incel culture? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what it is. Because I don't think there's many people. You know, most people want to do a bit of shagging. So, to call something culture, it's like, no. I don't know what you mean by incel culture. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's probably going to be in the next episode. I don't know, but so far, everything I've seen in this show, Daredevil is not getting away unscathed. He's going to be fucking wrecked. He's going to get wrecked. They've done it to everyone so far. So I'm guessing that's going to be the next episode. I thought it would have been this episode, but yeah, I think I'm just hoping we don't have to wait too long, because I just want to see the Daredevil episode, and I might just split. Might just go, right, that's it. That's the end of the series. Done. Not reviewing anymore. But yeah, so he's an incel apparently. I've seen that guy in some things. I can't think now. I can't think of what I've seen him in. But yeah, he's basically like sort of gushing over She-Hulk. Then she meets a guy who says, "Listen, I hate dates. I don't want to talk about myself. I hate talking about myself. Tell me about you." And then he says, "Oh, do you want to get fries?" And she says, "Oh, we'll get them to go." So she's going to go home and get rogered. And then we're back to the magic show. And with another bimbo, a bird, she drops an egg. And yeah, you've got this little thing here. It's like goblin. I think it's a goblin, I believe. You hope this goes wrong, because, you know, I'd love just a swarm of goblins to take over the world and just do what Thanos should have succeeded at, quite clearly, with where we are with fucking Marvel now. So yeah, the portal doesn't shut for some reason, and then all these goblins jump out. He comes through and says, "Wong, I need your help." So he goes back through there. She-Hulk's with this guy. I forget what they're talking about, but then he eventually says, "Oh, tell me more about how you feel." Who says that? But yeah, they need a feminine man, don't they? They need to make him a fucking soy boy that just says, "So how did that make you feel? What, you a fucking psychiatrist? Or do you want to get laid? What is it? What do you want? How do you feel?" Then he spills, like, She-Hulk, forgetting how big she is, fucking knocks his wine, spills it over his jumper. So he takes it off, goes and gets cleaned up, and then she throws his jumper over the couch so he can't put it back on. It's a bit strange, isn't it? It's a bit strange. You're not objectifying people, are you? You're not objectifying that guy, are you? Because that would be wrong, wouldn't it? At least according to the She-Hulk writers' standards. That would be wrong. That's probably because they've never been objectified before. But yeah, again, more hypocrisy. She starts going, and then Wong shows up. She goes through here. Then she starts fighting these things. We finally get to our mandatory action scene Because, again, the writers on this show, they didn't want to do a superhero thing. They just wanted to do some woman going about her everyday life. Which we brought up last episode. It's strange that you go, we want to do Marvel. Could have done anything. Could have done anything they wanted to. But they thought, nah, we'll make another shit Marvel project. So it's all these goblins flying through. I think Wong eventually closes that portal. Why he didn't do that in the first place? So she's getting all those things jumped on her. So yeah, he opened up another portal to send them off to. You know, I'm hoping this isn't, you know, our universe you're throwing them into, because it looks like it. Some snowy mountains. Because if you throw them out there, they're just going to come back again. So, you know, I hope that isn't the case, but I don't really know, because they don't say anything about it. So they all get sucked through, and then... Yeah, and then She-Hulk threatens the guy to accept the cease and desist or something like that. So, you're meant to be a lawyer, you're not allowed to do that. But the writers didn't know how law works, did they? But yeah, if you threaten someone, then it will just get thrown out of court. So the guy accepts it, but he could have just went into court the next time and said, "Oh, she threatened me." So then that just completely fucks your case. But they didn't know that. Oh yeah, and by the way, this guy, well, She-Hulk was gone. You can kind of see it there, but he was reading Bad Feminist Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. Oh, fucking hell. Bad Feminist. Yeah, I don't know what that book is. I'm not going to fucking read it, am I? So she turns up, lands on this guy, and then we get that scene where she lifts him with shit CGI again. She lifts him. It's like, yeah, he hasn't consented yet, guys. He hasn't. I thought he had to consent. He's not given any verbal cues or whatever they say. So she carries him off the bed, and we're done with that. Then she wakes up. She's got I suppose we'll read her friend Nikki's text. She says, "Good morning, sunshine. You owe me some dirty deets, but first..." I don't know what she says after that. "You'll never guess who's making the news again. That crazy courtroom psycho, Titania. So, yeah, she puts on the TV. On the TV, you know, you can kind of see it in the left-hand corner there. That there's apparently some movement about hashtag free Tatiana. Or Titania. I don't know how to say it. So, yeah, they talk about this. They want to free this superhero influencer. What powers does she even fucking have? I don't know if she has powers or not, because they never showed it in episode 1. So, she's coming back for, I don't know, do we think it's going to be the next episode, or do we think they're going to move on? I don't really know, because they're going to fit Daredevil in here somewhere. So this guy comes in and is like, "Where's She-Hulk?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm Jen. I'm the loser. So he's like, "All right, I'm going then. I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in She-Hulk." So that guy goes. Yeah, then this guy shows up the door. She takes him to bed as well. No. No, the guy serves her papers because Tatiana she's trademarked the name She-Hulk. So, yeah, that doesn't really mean you can't call someone She-Hulk. I don't really think that's how it works. Because she's not calling herself She-Hulk, people are. So, yeah, how are you going to stop people? It does. I don't care to look in that. But, yeah, I think that's bollocks. I don't know. But, yeah, apparently she's now the owner of She-Hulk TM. Forget what TM means now. This show's just killing brain cells. So now we've got that to deal with. Wow. Wow, it's so good. I can't wait for episode 5. Honestly, I cannot wait. This is groundbreaking cinema. Fucking shit. So then they're watching. The mid-credit scene wasn't as cringe as the one with the twerking. Wong's just sitting with his bimbo, watching Sopranos, and she spoils something else, and then that's the end of the episode. So that we're done with that then. Great. I'm still not sure on what this series is meant to be. I don't really know, because well, it's pretty obvious. There's no overarching thing. That doesn't seem to me. We're just one episode, then we're on to the next thing. It's like it can work, but it's like it's not funny. It's like, because of course we have like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they do an episode on one thing and then move, but they wrap things up. That it's actually comedic. Where see, if this was funny, it'd be a different story. If I was sitting here laughing, I'd go, yeah, fine, whatever. But yeah, it's not. Sometimes it does. You forget that it's meant to be a comedy, because they don't seem to understand comedy. There's not a lot of jokes going on. It's just She-Hulk. Oh, let's go. Or She-Hulk lifts a man up. How was that? I don't get the comedy in that. It's like, it's not. Yeah, it's fucking piss poor. But we're done with that till episode 5 next week. We've got 5 episodes to go. Fuck me. 5 episodes to go of Daredevil getting destroyed. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. Because, I think, like Wong, he's probably going to be in, like, 2 episodes. In fact, seeing this episode, Wong was in it fucking more than She-Hulk, almost. Because, quite clearly can't hold the show on her own. Needs a cameo, because otherwise, people won't watch it, will they? But I'm just going to end it there anyway. We done it in record-breaking time. Just about 28 minutes or so. So I'm just going to finish off there. The next review is The Rings of Power, which will be out Saturday. That'll be out Saturday, and then Monday we're back to House of the Dragon, which has been the only good show thus far. And Cobra Kai on Friday. Watch this. Watch this. Watch that. Watch that. But other than that, I've got nothing left to say. I'm now going to go and do something. I'm gonna go and have lunch again, because I'm starving. Apparently, because I was watching this show because I was hungry at the time. It makes you feel sick watching this fucking show. It really does. I think it's the shit CGI. I think it's maybe that just make me feel a bit sick. But yeah, we'll finish off there. I'm going to go and make some lunch, watch some TV. Something better, something good, something good. I think that's what you always need whenever you watch this shite. But I'll see you on the next one, I guess.